Welcome back here. We are at the 2023 Commanders Cup at World Cup, and we are in the semifinals. It's going to be Army taking on Air Force and the Marines taking on Navy. Interesting here that the team that won this event last year, the Marines, playing Navy, team that took second place. So one of those two teams is going to be getting eliminated from title implications here. I'm Matty Marshall. I got Ryan Sarter up here to help me call this game. I always love the Commanders Cup. I'm from San Diego. That's a Army, Navy, Marine town. So especially being a paintball guy, knowing a bunch of dudes in the services, and a big shout out to everyone that does help defend our country. So Ryan, what do you think about this matchup? Army, Air Force, well, first of all, what branch are you in?
I'm in the Army. I'm actually still active duty in for 20 years.
Okay, so you're going to be a little biased towards Army.
I played with Army last year. So, but a score sheet, Air Force is looking good, but Army does have 2 pros on the box right now.
Okay. Who are the pros for Army?
Oh, so actually it's Matt Rao, and then actually the guy in the West Itel jersey is Craig Martin, played with Latin Saints last year, but
okay.
He's not.
So some ringers on Army. So Army starting from the red side, and Air Force starting from the blue side, jumping into point number 1, throwing 12 minutes on the clock. I'm hearing a rumor that there's no mercy rule in this battle, which I kind of like, Ryan.
I like it. It's 12 minutes. It's not 15, but yeah, we're just going to keep going all the way. They're going to ball out back and forth, and just how many points can you get?
Well, as some of the guys that I've known over the years in the military have told me, the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Exactly.
So jumping into Snake 1 here.
Hunter.
Army starting to make things happen here. Snake side, a little bit better field position here. Actually, much better field position than Air Force's. They also have the door, but here comes Air Force pushing up and running and gunning into that 50-yard line on the D side with our eye in the sky, and he's got had some good penetration over there until he does get clipped out. A little bit of an overextension there for Air Force. He could have chilled in that spot for a little bit there, Ryan.
So that was both sides. He's actually a lieutenant colonel. But over here in the Snake is Chris Wells. He's the EOD tech.
We got a lieutenant colonel playing out here?
Yes, we have the lower listed to the lieutenant colonel and colonels playing. It's awesome.
Impressive. While we were watching that death go down, Army also lost a body. So I believe it's going to actually be 4-on-3 situation right now in favor of Army, and they have the real estate. Got some good ground here. Snake side. They're in Snake 2, wrapping around trying to put the pressure on those Air Force players.
Army losing another guy up the center.
Yeah, that's a tough death, Ryan. That guy should not have died in that situation. He was pretty safe. Again, there's a ton of time. We're in point number 1, but these guys probably feeling it right now. The adrenaline's running. They're on center court. Got the webcast going.
So we got Matt Rao in the corner for the Army over here, and then we have Hunter, who's up in the 50. Hunter was Army infantry, got medically discharged, but, we can still play paintball. We actually have a major over here. That's Beasley up in the Dorito 3.
Oh, we got lieutenant commanders. We got majors out here.
Yeah, he's actually been to 40 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a pilot, so he's up here in the Dorito 3.
That explains a lot. Yeah, of course, the Air Force guys have been in 40 different countries. The Army guys are kind of stuck in certain places a little bit.
Where have you been in the Army? Nowhere good. All right, so tactical retreat, Air Force over here. Oh, Beasley trying to get down and trades the Army guys. So it's 2-on-2.
Well, a little bit of a desperation fill out to that D side for the Air Force from the tower, as he got to stop the bleeding. He's lost his 2 attackers in front of him. Hunter is at the 50-yard line.
Yes.
Army, Ryan.
And there's no Dorito side right now. Oh, and Air Force. No. Never mind. This guy walking up the field.
Well, Matt Rao's pretty good, so it's a little unfair for Air Force that you have to get one of the guys.
Oh, here we go. A trade. Oh.
Comes through, he gets one, but then Matt Rao with his heads up. So might go into one-on-one situation here.
Yep, we're 1-on-1 right now. There's nobody on the Dorito side for the Army.
Yeah, so a little bit of a bloodbath point here, and it comes all the way down to a 1-on-1. So Matt Rao, do you know who that is for Air Force?
Yes, that's Law Dog. I actually played with them at Bunker Fest.
Oh, but unfortunately, as you're going to check the roster, Matt Rao quickly showing his pro skills. So like I said, it's a little unfair for Air Force that Army, well, hey, it is what it is. If you're in the Army, you're in the Army. You get to play in this situation here in the Commanders Cup. But Matt Rao's legit. You don't get on a team like Infamous without being really good.
Exactly.
So first strike, going to go to Army here in the semifinals in the Commanders Cup. Next up, Marines, first place last year, taking on Navy. How many Marines from last year came out to play for this year? Oh, is Damien playing?
Damien, yes. So Damien
Navy?
is with Navy, and they have SK coaching for him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Navy actually has a really good squad. They also got Vince Newell, who was also on Extreme for a little bit. So, yeah, Air Force definitely has a stacked squad.
Vince is like, he's like 6'6", right?
Yes, and he gets as small as a 4'2" guy.
Yeah. Is he SEAL?
No, he's
The
like
team
a
guy?
boat. He's like a boatsman. Like he works with the SEALs.
Oh,
So he's
okay,
not
yeah,
a
yeah.
SEAL, but he works
I have
like
a
it.
decent amount of SEAL friends, team
Yeah.
guys, and yeah, the boat dudes,
Yeah.
boat crews work with them for sure.
So this is funny. So we have the Department of the Navy against the Marines, who are under the Department of the Navy. So it's
Navy.
kind of like a little.
Well,
fun-
I mean, it's like the Marines would always say when I would be sitting around drinking with these guys at the bar, and then we have Navy guys and Marines there, that Marines would just say, yeah, you guys just give us a ride to where we
Yeah,
go
you're the
fight.
Uber.
You're the Uber to the fight, bro. Unless they're SEAls. And then
Oh,
it's a different
Damien
situation.
taking the Dorito 3 off the break.
Why not, right? You
Yeah.
got the wheels, and you're Damian Vasquez, and why don't we take some ground? And he makes it clean. So Damian in a really good spot here currently for Navy. See if he can bully his way into that 50. Running referee coming to check out one of the back players here from Navy. And it looks like he wants to pull him out, and the guy doesn't want to leave. That's what it looks like. Wow, a little confusion back there. What's going on? Oh, another running referee comes. If these guys are both, oh my God, they're both alive. Jesus.
Oh, but Army or Marine Corps gets pulled out right away, so it's a 4-on-5.
Yeah, Marines losing their first attacker here. Snake side as a couple repositions for Navy, diving into it's a Snake 1. Another body at the can. Running referee. Oh, another body coming off for Navy. Not looking good for for Marines. Not looking good for Marines right now here, Ryan.
Definitely not. So Marines, answer your question, they actually, I don't think have any returners from last year.
Well, that's always anytime I see a team do really well, especially in a situation, because I know there's like 1,500 guys that are in this group of veterans, the veteran militia. Wow. So yeah, Navy easily handling the Marines in that first point. And did they lose a body? I don't think so. I think that was a perfect point here for Navy.
So fun fact, all the referees are veterans as well.
Really?
Yes. So
Okay.
they're all veterans. They volunteer to come out here, but like, hey, do you have basic knowledge of, the rule book, stuff like that? Like, sure. I'm like, all right, hey, let's have a little bit of fun. So it's veteran players, veteran referees.
Again, as a kid that grew up in San Diego, and over the years I've had a lot of really close friends that have done time in our services. I just love the fact that the veteran militia and this exists for our veterans, because or active duty. Because especially the veterans, though, because the one thing you lose when you leave the service is that sense of camaraderie. It's like even guys that I've talked to that were in the worst of the sandbox doing tons of different stories. But I do actually some force-on-force gunfight training with a company called Tactical Hive in San Diego. We do Glock 19s with sim rounds and kill houses and stuff. But it's talking to one of the guys that's one of the trainers there, and he's like, dude, I can't just leave and go do like a desk job, bro. I've been kicking doors in for 15 years, bro. I just can't go to something normal.
Can't relate, yeah.
Yeah. So but having something like this, and the camaraderie and that that sense of brotherhood is important.
Yeah, exactly. Veteran militia, like when you get together, it doesn't matter who you are, what branch you are, what it is. Like you're able to just, no consequences what you say, just very rash and harsh and like, I hate you too, and then you love each other even more.
So Army up by 1, but losing a body here to start things out there. Now on the blue side again, these teams will switch sides. When a point is won, they'll stay on the same side if there's a no point, which does happen occasionally.
So we have Air Force in the Snake 1 Dorito 2, but the Army guy has in hopper issues. Oh, he got it back up. And going over here, this is Chris Wells, the EOD tech out of Pensacola. Actually plays on the D3 5-man flagship team that usually you've seen on center stage a couple times.
Yeah, veteran militia, because you guys roll deep, always seems to have a team to make it through onto the center stage come Sunday afternoon. And a couple nice repositions here for Air Force. So they are really fighting mightily to try to get back in this match and tie it up. 8 minutes left to go. Wells in a really good spot in the Snake. And I like what he's doing here. He's chilling, he's taking a deep breath. He knows that he has time to work with. He's in a good spot. Yeah, they're down a point, but no need to recklessly attack quite yet.
So we have Hunter moving up to the Snake 2, and then we have Wells in Snake 3. Looks like still a 4-on-5. Well, Will Sides over here in the Dorito 3. And then Beasley, the major, is in the center. He's also playing on the D3 5-man flagship team.
Yeah, so
we actually have all branches on the D3 5-man team. So
that's awesome.
It is really cool.
Did it just end up that way, or is that
we don't plan it. We take the best guys, and then they just happen to be all in different branches. So it's pretty awesome.
Any Coast Guard guys out here?
So we're building the Coast Guard up, and so we are getting more Coast Guard. So I'm hoping next year we can try and get a Coast Guard and a Space Force team. So that way you have.
Oh, it is Space
Yeah,
Force team.
so we're trying to hope that's coming.
Oh, that would be sweet.
So possible gun battle coming down here in the Snake.
Yeah, this is a big moment right now in the Snake. Army up by 1, and again, only 12 minutes to work with. We're already down to 7 minutes left. Oh, Army, bad death over there on the D side of the
Losing
field.
Daniel Truesdale.
Oh, and they're going to lose the body here in the Snake, Ryan.
Oh, he gets his visor shot off.
Yeah, he got diced up a little bit. He caught a couple, though. Body coming off for Air Force, too, but Air Force controlling the real estate all the way across the field at about the 40-yard line and looking pretty good to try to tie this up. They got to close with execution, though, and it looks like they're going to do it. Here comes the hurt on the last player in D1. Maybe caught a little friendly fire, though, from his boys. Little Blue Falcon.
Yeah, hey, that would only be the Air Force to do that. Fun fact about the Air Force, they actually brought their own chairs to sit in, Air Force.
Wait, and you were Army guy, right?
I'm Army guy.
Yeah.
But I work on an Air Force base, so I'm actually a firefighter instructor.
You're in enemy territory, brother.
So I work with all branches in my job where I'm at, so we all give each other hell. That's the one thing great about veterans, like, we're able to joke with each other and make fun of each other in that way.
Bro, as a child of the 80s, I appreciate that because that's how I was raised.
Yes.
And as a paintball guy with the old school coming up,
right?
Yeah, no, I appreciate
Just no feelings like a guy gets hurt, but like, hey, you think about crying more? Hey, how about you take your knee, change your socks, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it should be.
Fun fact, the consensus for the Marines, their favorite crayon color is grape. So I think the Navy, one of the Navy Miller, he said that once they beat the Marines, he said, we're going to dump crayons on them. So, by the way, happy birthday to the Marines. Marines' birthday today.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Me and Chris Rangel were playing the Marine Corps hymn on the way here. Have a nice little yell. We're also going to have a cake cutting ceremony later on for the Marine Corps birthday and stuff like that. So we'll have the ceremonies out later.
How many years is it now?
238.
Something?
I would have to look it up.
The shores of Tripoli?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a huge history nerd, so I love all that sort of stuff.
Ooh, Marines losing one off the break on the Dorito side. Oh, and
another one back center. Yeah, bad death out of the back center here for the Marines. So Navy looking pretty good, flying up the middle of the field to get to that crucial spot here on your screen. And
Damien's all the way up to the Dorito 3.
Yeah, Damien gonna push easily up into that fit. Well, actually, he paused to try to shoot an inside lane.
Then he's trying to shoot the corner on the Snake?
Yeah, he definitely has an angle, or he would not have paused here that long, and the referee's going to come in. Are we going to see a penalty assessed? No penalty. Another body comes off for the Marines. So Marines getting tenderized by the Navy right now. Navy does lose a body here, Snake side, but they're losing another one out of the back corner, and that should do it. So this is a couple quick ones. I'll tell you what, no mercy rule out here. If the Marines can't step it up, this is going to be a beating for Navy. I know we're early, but the first couple points have looked real good for Navy.
Yeah, Navy is definitely looking strong. They're looking dialed in. Marines definitely don't look like the team they were last year.
Well, so we got Damien. Who's the guy you used to play for?
Vince Newell.
Vince, yeah. So when you got Damien and Vince with pro caliber skills out here, if you're Marines, guys, I don't know if you're listening, or if somebody can run over and tell them in the pits, put guns towards the D side.
Yes.
You can't let Damien and Vince do whatever they want over there, or this is going to be a lot to a little when regulation time expires.
So, fun fact, when I played with the Army last year, I actually shot Damien, filling out wide, ran down Newell, he spun on me, pulled a major, and then the Army
played up. Son of a bitch.
Yep, and then so I got it tied up. It was a 5-on-3, and then the Army loses a 5-on-3. I was like, you kidding me? I was like, but Maddie, the poop talking, I don't want to say that. I'm on national, I'm not a book for it. The poop talking has been serious, like mad crap talking about
As
everybody.
it should
I
be.
love it.
These are the armed forces playing paintball against each other. I would expect no less.
No less, right?
It would be a little weird if that's not how it was.
So we got Joe Stewart over here from AC camp. He wanted me to call him soy sauce because he's bringing the sauce right now.
Was Jell a veteran too?
Yeah, he was in the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
I think he was like a comms tech. Actually, I can pull it up right now.
I do appreciate you coming with a wealth of
So
information.
Air Force,
you are definitely. People can't see it on camera, but Ryan is very prepared.
Yeah. He's owner of Compete. He was a communications guy and computer dude. So I actually played with Joe back in the day with when AC camp first started. So we took second at World Cup in D3, 5-man. So it was awesome.
Hey, man, you make it to the finals at World Cup, that's impressive. I don't care what division it is. Could be D8, 3-man. Doesn't matter.
Commentator's curse, and he's out. I'm sorry, Joe.
Jell, tighten it up, Jell.
Yeah, come on, soy sauce. You look like a dumpling over there.
Thought you said you're going to sauce it up for us. So, yeah, right now, Air Force, though, pushing into this 50-yard line. Army losing a body here, Snake side, so just one body this way. Here comes a big fill. Jesus,
wow.
How did Army let Air Force fill all the way out to the back corner bunker? They had a gun that way, too.
Going way over. Yeah, I don't know. That was okay. I think Matt Rao was looking this way, unless the tower on the snake side was.
Ryan, you know what I've always noticed when the veterans come out and play in active duty is that even depending, it doesn't matter what division they're from, the comms are always really good. I think that's a military thing. You know, it's because people are talking, they understand the importance of communication. We don't see too many people get like super tunnel vision and not discussing what the hell's going out around them. You know.
So, I mean, when we're trained to be calm in a stressful situation, right? So if you're in a real firefight, it's all about comms across the board. Where's the enemy at? You know, give me my lifelines. What do I got? You know, distance. You know, hey, enemy, 12 o'clock, 300 meters. You know, small arms fired. Like, we have to be able to communicate under fire. So this is actually pretty calm for us.
Yeah.
So, and they don't get to practice with each other. So a lot of the times.
Yeah, paintball's hurt, but the real bolts are way scarier.
Oh, yeah.
So another body coming off. So Air Force getting chewed up a little bit here by Army. As Army now pushing the issue past the 50-yard lane. Got two bodies on the D side. They're going to take out that last player here, Snake side. So Army going to take a slight lead with about 4.5 left to go here in this semifinal match in the Commanders Cup. So we're going to, when do we see the finals?
Tomorrow, around the same time.
Tomorrow, okay, noon?
Yes, noon. So last year, when the Marines played the Navy in the finals, Navy was up like 3 points, 3-0, and then one of the players that was playing, I think, CPD1, showed up last minute and then ended up like just becoming the MVP and just running people down, and they end up winning like up by a point.
We're here in the pits. Let's listen in if we can. A little stylistic.
He's like, I'm just happy to be here. There's old Chris Cox right there.
Guys, when a camera is on you in the pits,
say something.
Do something. You know, this is a show, okay?
Well, we're taught also in the military, if the camera's in front of the face, like, don't say anything because you're going to say something stupid and get everybody in trouble. So they're like, oh,
I appreciate that. But you know, everyone's like, hashtag grow paintball.
Right?
We got to turn this into a little entertainment value here.
Right? I know. I 100% agree.
So a Navy up by 2 over Marines. Again, God, man, if I was a Marine, the last thing on earth I would want to do would be to lose a paintball match against the Navy.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So
unless it was like all team dudes on the other side, like not much of an excuse, bro. You are the combat, that's the combat crew. You're the Marines.
So big push up here. Vince, Damien on the same side, and Miller everyone.
You can't lose a paintball match to your Uber driver.
Oh,
bro.
no, 100%. You know how much crap they're going to be talked about him? Oh, man, it's going to be endless. Navy's like, yeah, Marine, go eat your crayon. Whoa, Navy crawling all the way to the 50 snake from the God bunker.
Yeah, who's this, number 10 on Navy?
Oh, yeah.
He's in a really good spot right now. See if he can get this inside kill. 9 minutes still to go. Navy scoring a couple quick ones, which is why we still have a decent amount of time. Another Marine getting eaten up from that back center. They lost another one from that D side.
So here, Joe Nichols, last guy left. He's a recruiter, or was a recruiter of the Marines, and he should recruit himself to the pits.
Got recruited to the pits. Hey, Vince and Damien are going off, but whoever 10 was on the snake side, he started it off by getting into that crucial spot.
So that's so he's like, do you know how to pronounce my last name? I'm like, say it. And he said it to me. I'm like, I'm just going to call you Pon Pon because I can't remember how to say your name.
Welcome to my world here, Ryan. Yes.
Well, now you got the European team.
Oh,
so
Jesus,
you're like,
bro.
I have.
You want to see some of these Polish names, brother? Oh, let me tell you.
Is it hieroglyphs?
Pretty much. I'm like, wait a second. Like, can you just give me a good old college try on that last name right there?
Oh, man. Lizzo.
That's what I thought the same thing.
Lizzo.
Yeah, it's Lizo and then a bunch of vowels with weird hyphens over the top. No, like 2 A's in a row with different hyphens. How does that work?
Oh, man.
And yeah, anytime.
Uh-oh, I think.
Oh, here we're
there
back.
We go, gotcha.
No, it's anytime I see the Polish names, it's like you know, like Wheel of Fortune said, can I buy a vowel? It's like, can I buy a consonant? It's like, why do you not have any consonants in your name? It's just straight vowels. It's like when I go to Hawaii. It's like Poland and Hawaii. It's vowels all over the place.
So I take that back. The Navy guy was actually Devin Morris. He's a chief. He's a chief, so he's the E7 in the Navy. Played last weekend with him in Georgia.
2-1 the score. Army up over Air Force. And again, if I was Army, I'm like, yeah, as it should be. We're shooting guns at each other. No one's flying planes right now, so we can't have Air Force beating Army.
I'm surprised Air Force didn't bring a chair with them to sit in the bunker. I love the
Again, Ryan is an Army guy, so I'm going to let him say anything he wants about Air Force.
Hey, Army over here. This is Hunter. I don't know why he's not in the snake yet. I'm going to make fun of him for being weak.
So, yeah, right now across the field, who's going to be the proactive squad. Currently, Army, pretty good field position in the middle. Oh, but first to go, Air Force going to get into the snake before Hunter.
That's probably the most PT he's done all week. Getting a little tired up
Hey,
there.
dude, keep the jokes coming, bro. Again, I love hanging out with the veteran dudes, and then they just jaw at each other. I just get to laugh for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah, so my friend Hunter over here in the Snake One, we call him the Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. He gets pale white when he plays. I'm like, don't worry, he's just a Make-A-Wish kid. We bring him in every event.
So yeah, well, he got beat into the snake here by Air Force, and Air Force here on your screen. And he is just zoned up on Hunter. Hunter, though, looking inside now. Hunter does have a lead to protect. So it is pretty intelligent for them to try to play smart. Air Force does need to push forward, especially with only 3:30 left to go, but they push right into a zone. So good zone control here for Army, and now Army's going to launch. Biding their time. Ooh, another body coming off, and a death for Air Force from that D side. Ooh, and they lose another one, Ryan, here from the can. So just one body left alive in that back corner bunker on the D side, and they're actually going to save him the pain.
Perfect point for the Army. 5 alive. Matt Rao just kind of, I think Matt Rao is really just going to be the quarterback, controlling the guys. You have Pete and Josh Keys over here on the Dorito side, just both killers just moving up the field. Hunter bounce out slow, so great zone control by Army in the middle, like you said, hitting the 50 snake guy kind of.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's kind of doing whatever he wants. Hunter was a little slow to go, but I can understand that. You know, again, realistically and accurately from a tactical precision. Look, they have a lead to protect. He did get it done over here, but Air Force just got a little sloppy. They were in really good spots. They had taken some real estate, and I understand wanting to push forward, but you're only down 1, and you still got about 4 minutes to work with. You don't just have to run right into the guns. It's not 40 seconds, it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 4 minutes. So a little bit more time. Take a deep breath, figure it out. We're in the pits right now.
They probably just had like a pack of cigarettes and 2 monsters. They're like, let's go, we're going. Let's go. I just went to bed at 4 and I bed up at 5. Let's go.
5 Marlboro Reds and 2 Red Bulls.
So we got Fuji over here. He actually flew in from Hawaii. He was a Marine. He's a firefighter civilian now. So I was like, how's your flight? He's like, it was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Hawaii to here?
Yeah, half a day just to get here. So Navy, again, I talked to Miller over here, Jacob Miller. He's in the tower. He was the coach for Navy. Ooh, they're losing up in Wong. They said, hey, we're playing the best 5. We're here to win. Like, it's not about favorites right now. So Devin Morris, the chief up here in the 50.
Well, when you get to this level and we're in the semifinals, and honestly, this is a military thing. We're about to go attack a certain area. I'm like, give me my hardest hitters, man. Like, can't mess around here. So, yeah, Navy just kind of running a racket on the Marines right now as they have a ton of ground.
Coming around.
Oh, Vince is gonna. Oh, Vince just absolutely punished him.
Yes, and there's no penalties because we told the refs, hey, let him play. Robbins Racing.
Absolutely.
You see no penalties have happened?
Hey, bro.
We're letting them play.
I'm getting the tingles because this kind of reminds me of like back in the day. I feel like it's 2005 all over again, shooting 25 balls a second at each other, playing 25-minute halves.
Oh, Damien trying to show off. So we actually talked about like maybe getting some coaching back, like get the crowd into it, let it hyped up. So.
Well, I mean, honestly, when we're playing this, might as well let him coach. You know, I mean, it's a fun game. I don't know if there's any money at stake for this.
No, it's just all about pride and.
Okay, then yeah, let people coach. Who cares? But also, if I was Vince or Damien, we already have a 3-point lead. But also, it's Damien and Vince. These are guys with pro caliber experience. And also, congratulations to Damien. He's a sheriff now.
Yeah, my dad was Yosemite doing Kelly Sheriff. I'm originally from Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So my first SoCal strong, baby.
Yeah, my first place to play was SC Village.
Oh, yeah.
Kids back in the day.
Absolutely.
So I'm born and raised in that area.
All right, so we got a little bit of replay here for Vince, as Vince been a little chirpy. So let's listen in if we can actually hear, since it might have some oh, look at this.
Oh, cross my line. Cross my line. Oh,
the extreme loader dump. Okay, so he's got the draw the line in the sand and then come get some. And then look at this. He's just like, oh, you want to play that game? Yeah. Let's do a little standoff. Okay, you're going to give up first? You're going to give me your back. Oh, you're going to give me your back. Well, guess what? You're going to have some welts to fill in the shower later on.
Hey, tell me you've played with the New York Extreme without telling me you played with the New York Extreme.
100% right. 100%.
He's like, I've been around them New York boys too long.
Yeah. Well, Vince putting on a show out here.
Yes, he is. Vince is definitely killing, and a really good person, like cool, calm, but on the field he is a monster.
Yeah. That's paintball though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. Super chill. He's a giant. The guy's real tall. I'm not small, and that dude he's got inches on me for sure.
All right, so Air Force 3 minutes, I'm expecting them to go. They got some speedsters on their team right now. I'm going to expect them to do big bites. And there he goes, going up the center. On their side wing, and in the snake too. Yeah, Air Force is going to bring it. They got the back 3.
Yeah, so Army up by 2 points with 3 minutes left to go.
Losing a body out of the Dorito.
The intelligent move right now for Army would be to take these spots and keep 5 bodies alive to try to stop the attack they know is going to come from Air Force. They do lose 1 body, though, so they have decent real estate, though, Ryan. They got D2, they got the Landry Logistics spot, which is a key bunker, and then they also have insert bunker snake side. So it's looking pretty good for Army to try to preserve this lead. What is Air Force going to do right now? How can they thread into these zones?
They pretty much need to just be on. They can't lose their number 1s. Chris Wells, you suck. I don't know why you get shot. You better not do that tomorrow.
He's your teammate?
Yeah, he's my teammate, D35 man. Yeah. And we're in the running for the series. Then Air Force. So Air Force taking big bites, but losing the gun battles. And like you said, Army, they're just staying cool and calm, just locking down the zones.
They do lose a body, so just 3 bodies out there right now for Army, but they've had the real estate. They've had the zones. And Air Force is threatened a bit, but I mean, this is the coffin nail right here, Ryan. If Army can put this point up and no concession so far for Air Force, blow the horn, guys. Is there a concession in this?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Chuck,
yeah,
blow
okay, blow the horn.
Chuck.
Okay, you guys just squandered about 25 seconds.
Well, Chuck Johnson, the Air Force coach, he's kind of old, so he probably didn't pay attention. I keep messing with them.
Well, the situation, it's also tough, though, realistically, because the way the pits are, it's kind of hard sometimes to figure out what the hell's going on out here.
Or how many guys are left, or you don't know where they're sitting at.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So sometimes you will squander a few seconds here or there, but now they're in a really tough spot. They need 3 just to tie, barely any time on the clock. I mean, they're going to have to run about 30, 40-second points just to tie, so it is definitely Army's game to win, to move on to the finals, which is going to be going down tomorrow here at Center Court. Again, happy birthday to the Marine Corps.
Yes, plans for everybody. So it looks like Navy's going to put in, they're going to swap in some other guys out. So they still got Vince and Wong in, and they took out Damien and Jacob Miller and Devin Moore. So they're like, hey, we're up on points for nothing, 6:53. Let's throw some of the other guys in. So
yeah, I mean, with this is a giant lead. Yeah, these points have been going fast, so there's time left. But then they could just put Damien right back out there. They're not taking Vince off the field though.
No, Vince is like, spin me, baby, spin me.
Newell's like, no, I'm getting some. I'm putting on a show today.
He's like the Russian, I would crush you.
Yeah. Ooh, so Vince Newell actually stays out in the open for a little bit. He might have got that kill, though, on that running body up the center, but they had to trade his body out to do it.
I think it well worth it. I mean, I guarantee they probably put extra guns on him just to make sure, hey, we got to get this guy off the field.
6:35 left to go in a 4-point spread, and not looking good for the Marines.
So the Marines are actually the only team that actually got to practice together beforehand. So
unfortunately, it's not looking that way for them.
Definitely not looking that way. Ooh, Navy bringing their whole battleship with them, moving up the center. Ooh, Snake Guy shoots him. So let's see, 2-on-3.
Looks like, what do we got on that top side? Well, they got the Navy has 50-yard line on the D side. That's a crucial spot. Marines in a pretty big moment over here on the Snake side, going to get past the 50. If I can't see who's in
2-on-2.
Whoever, not anymore. I was going to say the Navy could pop the top and get that shot in, but Rourke is able to wrap around. He owns the side completely.
So Army 2-on-1 against Evan Wong over here in the 50 Dorito tactical retreat. Evan Wong actually won a couple 2-on-1s this past weekend at our practice. He plays on the D3 5-man team for flagship as well.
He's got the tactical retreat to try to give himself some more defensible space. He's going to keep going, get all the way. Ooh, might have got the shot in on Rourke, and he does, so there we go.
Joe being stupid over here, not knowing what's going on. You probably think about.
Well, he just head checked on that D side, so I call it a tactical retreat for a reason.
Yeah.
Because Joe over here, it keeps head checking the 50-yard line on the D side like it's still hot. No, that guy's in D1 right now because he just did 3 backfills.
Hey, you're talking way too much for a Marine. Right? You gotta slow down, Eddie. He is tactical retreating.
Yes. Sorry. Dude, go kick this door in and kill everyone in the room, okay?
Oh,
sorry.
Evan Wong winning the 2-on-1. Does he get a coin? Is there 2-on-1s for him?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Evan Wong winning the 2-on-1 and the paint top on his head.
Yeah, so I got a coin for you, brother. I got a 1-on-2 coin courtesy of Hormesis and CoinDuel.
Are you not entertained? Look at it. He's like, are you not entertained?
That was very, very well done. I mean, he did it perfect. Talking. But the reason he got the kill on him, oh, look at he's chirping on him.
He said, all day, baby. All day.
And again, this is going to be really frustrating. We're in gunfights today. This is a gunfighting game. The Marines are losing badly to Navy, okay? And I don't know if there's any team guys over there, but there's not a lot of dudes that specialize in gunfighting in the fleet, you know? All my team guy buddies, how they get them to get through buds is they make them stare at the ocean and be like, hey, you want to go to fleet?
Well,
you could tap out right now, go ring the bell, go back to fleet.
So the Navy guys, you know, a lot of them, they don't really do anything, so they have time to play paintball.
That's spoken like a true Army man right there.
Oh, by the way, I'm also a prior Marine. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Got out for 6 months, joined the Army. So
okay.
I'm both Marine and Army.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you, man.
Sorry, I had to throw at least one of those out there.
You're welcome for my service.
So on the replay here, you see, yeah, he had set the trap. So who is this for, Navy?
That's Evan Wong.
Evan Wong. So he set a trap. Couple tactical retreats. Player Joe, I believe, for the Marines, he kept head checking towards that 50. But Wong had made his way back, and so Joe, thinking multiple bodies over there, hadn't to worry about the too many variables. Instead, Wong makes him pay, wins the 1-on-2. I got a coin for you, brother. And yeah, just an excellent job, and just continuing to sell it. I like it. Yeah. Again, we're trying to put a show on out here, so let's put on a show.
We're going to talk crap to each other, and Evan Wong, he's a baller. He's actually in school right now, so he came up right after school. He's like, I'm on the road. I'm coming, guys. So didn't know X-Ball. He's going to play D3 5-man on our flagship team, and a good kid. He's a baller. We got, I don't want to toot our own, but D3 5-man, you might see us on the final stage. We're balling. And Navy,
so
there's
wait, hold on. There might be a mercy rule win then, because they're celebrating like they won the tournament.
Okay.
So remember, we didn't know if there was a mercy rule or not. That was their 5th point, I believe. Yes. So it might have been a 5-point mercy rule. So Wong might have won him the tournament. He's celebrating like he won the tournament.
You see the crayons in there? They had blow-up crayons.
Did they really have blow-up crayons?
Yeah, so when they walk out there, they're probably going to hand them.
No way. Yeah, okay, so that was the mercy rule victory.
Chris Wells, all the way, we have Air Force on their side wing. Air Force is on their side snake. They're coming to bring the pain. Oh,
a little collision in the middle of the field. He's like, get off me.
Beasley's coming up the center. Air Force really wants it.
Hey, Ryan, Air Force is making a fight of this right now, on this point at least. With a minute and 38 left, they're going to need it as they got the full court press and the full send.
They're going to get it.
So they're going to make this a game here. It's going to be a 2-point match with a minute 30 left to go. Ooh. They do have to do that 2 more times just to tie, as Army has put up a pretty big lead. So, yeah, so...
just give it to him. Just give him a point. There you go, good.
Yeah, so Navy punching their ticket, 2nd place last year. They will be in the finals. Army still with the lead here, but we are getting down to it with barely any time on the clock.
Army is mad. Pete's over here saying, I shot him, and the rest are like, hey, let him play, let him play.
Yeah, shaking his head in frustration.
So we have the referees meeting. Looks like, hey, let's make sure we call it good. But
is this what coach is this?
That's Chuck Johnson. He's for the Air Force. Chuck retired, was in for, let me find his old book. He made a great pork roast this past weekend too, or barbecue. Let's see. Chuck was a E7 Trial Master Sergeant, was in 23 years, 3 deployments.
Oh, wow.
He was
23 years and 3 deployments,
yes,
huh?
Electronic Warfare Systems Specialist. Oh, fun fact, this might be good for you, Maddie. See, his best assignment was in Germany in 2003-2008. It was awesome playing the Millennium Series and Dutch Paintball. Go look for my cameo appearance in Heroes for a Day.
Oh, so did we? I mean, I hope we beat him.
So, maybe.
I'm sure if we didn't, then that would be in there, like beat excessive in 2004 in Germany.
So I'm going to find him, and when I come back tomorrow, I'll find out who he played and if he actually played you guys, and then where he was at. So throw some nostalgia.
It was always, because, Germany obviously has pretty. So anytime we would play the events actually on military bases a lot of times in Germany. And it was always fun to see the guys stationed over there because they were just always smiles, Prost, here's a bunch of beers, guys. It was always a fun time.
Right.
But yeah, ask him if we beat him or not.
I will.
I'm guessing if we didn't beat him, then that would have been on the list.
Yes.
Like whooped excessive in 04.
That would have been his highlight. Like, yeah, while over here, we did beat excessive.
Let Maddie know that we made him wear it back in 04.
So funny how just that video, man, when did it come out, Maddie? 2003?
No, well, Heroes for a Day covered excessives beginning and then Rise from 2004 until 2007.
So it came out in
2007. I think it came out either late 2007, 2008.
Okay. And it's still like a classic highlight. I still remember like you, Maddie, be like, we're going to win a lot of this. This is not a lot of money, but we're going to win a lot of this. Mike is like, yeah, my bet is like this big. Like my feet in my head, like I hit the wall and hang out. Like those little sayings, like everybody remembers it. It's the classic.
Well, I keep telling people, it's like, you got to tell a good story.
Yeah.
I mean, and the harder it is, the more you remember it. You know, it's like when I look back at all the tournaments I played and all the crazy stuff that went down, the hardships are what I remember the most.
Yes.
I remember the wins and I remember the hard losses.
Yes.
Everything else kind of just ends up being a blur.
They stick with you. So, Air Force gets shot off the break, but they're going all the way up into the 50. Air Force really wants this. Oh, but they're getting chopped up out of their bunkers.
Yeah, I think that Army's stopping them right now. So Army with the 2-point lead, 1:15 to go, and the bodies are flooding off the field, unfortunately, for Air Force's chances here. Still 2 bodies alive, and they are out and rolling their guns, trying to make some.
Soy sauce, bringing the sauce on the tower. Let's see if he gets in there. Come on, old man.
Is it Gel Stewart?
Yeah, get over there,
Oh, let's go, Gel. Ooh, Gel's gonna. Ooh, Gel dives into the 50.
Oh, there goes his knees. Now we're gonna have to carry him off.
Get the stretcher. Hey, Gel got some kills though.
Yeah, he was getting it. Looks like.
Gel still got it after all these years.
Yeah. Joe has a gnarly mustache right now.
I've seen a lot of good mustaches at this event. The Lucky 15s guys from England, they got a couple of gems. They look like RAF fighter pilots from during the Blitz in World War II.
So Air Force had a guy hiding the Dorito, shoots the Dorito guys. It's a 1-on-1. So it was a 2-on-2, 2-on-1. Now it's a 1-on-1.
Well, unfortunately, again, it's Matt Rao as the one.
But he is.
Matt Rao taken out. That did not see that coming. So who's this that got the shot in on Matt Rao? Because this is how you get paintball famous.
Number 13. Let me look him up on the.
Boger. It's B-O-G-E-R. Boger.
Stephen Boger. Booger. I'm gonna call him Booger because that's how I feel like calling it.
Well, when you got a name like Boger and you're in the military, then I'm guessing your nickname's going to be Booger.
Yeah,
but still, that's how you put your name on the board, and names we have to remember. Yeah, you just beat Matt Rao in a 1-on-1 to keep your team in this match?
Let's see. So.
He looks like. That guy's 27?
So he plays current team Utah Brotaw Army, 5-year service, no deployments, but one's got coming. Fun fact, let's see, F-35A pilot. So he's a F-35 pilot. He's a fighter pilot.
Okay,
so
bro.
He got to shoot an AIM-9X, which is I think a grenade launcher at a drone, just to have the test operators purposely make me miss, so I didn't waste the drone. So I think he flew. He did a.
The kid's a fighter pilot.
So he did.
That's amazing.
He did fighter pilot operations, gets a drone to simulate. So he did Top Gun stuff like fighter pilot.
Dude, that's
so
amazing.
I mean, we got everybody out here. We got a C-17 special operations pilot.
We got lieutenant commanders out here. We got majors. We got fighter pilots.
Nuclear missile security forces. You have aircraft mechanics, EOD guys, fighter pilots, another soft aviator, space systems operator.
Wow.
Another CV-22 pilot. So we have a bunch of pilots out here.
Running the gauntlet of all the specialties out here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do we even have any privates playing in this? Because I feel like everyone has done some time here.
Let's see.
I feel like everyone's like a sergeant or has done like a lot of years. Teared up, like E8s.
Well, it says privates, we never get the leave approved. They're like, shut up. Get over there. Suck more.
Go to that burn pit.
Yeah, suck
Light
more.
some stuff on fire.
Go ahead and take a deep breath. What is that? That's the suck, embrace it. Right? That's the motto, is embrace the suck. I lost a buddy in Afghanistan back in the day, and his motto after every love letter was embrace the suck to his wife. And
I watched The Outpost on the way out here.
So I had a friend of mine,
for the fourth time. I've seen that movie 4 times.
Restrepo, which was kind of like another area in the Kandahar Valley, or not the Kandahar Valley, Kush Valley. He was a flight medic, so I did flight medic stuff, and his team was in there. Literally, as he was landing, getting shot off, and a year later, getting shot off, coming out. Like, it was just nonstop, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I've seen Restrepo a couple times, too. Yeah, again, man, just mad respect to the people that have to do the heavy lifting for our society, and that is definitely the military.
And with, no politics involved, really the guys joined it, like, it's for my brothers. I'm with my brothers. Like, I don't care the politics. I don't care what's going on. I'm just here to support my buddy and make sure we go home. So, but on a side note, Army better not suck and let the Air Force come back, because holy crap.
Because that's what it's looking like right now.
17 seconds. Oh, they're going to bring the heat. Air Force is going to fly down the field. I'm expecting their side wing, 50s. We'll see if.
Well, if you're Army, maybe throw a body up there to stop the attack.
Aggression with
yeah,
aggression.
absolutely, dude.
Why not?
You're a Army former Marine guy. Throw some aggression at the aggression. They got 16 seconds to work with.
Oh, the first penalty of the tournament being thrown on the final one for leaving early. Oh, and Joe's still going to run down the field. He doesn't care. Like, he's still going to run down the field. He's not going to shoot anybody. He's just going to run down the field. Joe was pulled out and just still ran down the field. Oh.
Oh, so hey, no one everyone tried on that one the way they were supposed to. I love that Gel just dead, still just running.
Down the field.
Hey, dude, attract the guns. Take all the fire. Way to die on your sword right there, brother.
So
but
tomorrow we're gonna
unfortunately,
have Navy against the Army.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Air Force, even though a hard-fought battle and they gave it a good old solid military try, it is going to be Army moving on to take on Navy to see who's going to win this battle here in the Commanders Cup. It's going to be going down on center court. Ryan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Matty.
That was super entertaining. That was definitely one of the most entertaining hours I just had in this entire tournament so far, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it's going to go down. Again, Army and Navy playing for first in place, the Marines and Air Force third and fourth.
There's the crayons.
That's going to do it here. We're going to head to a real quick break and then head into our next set as we are getting into the afternoon competition in the Pro Division. It's going to be X Factor taking on Level and New York Extreme taking on Aftermath. Ryan, thank you so much, brother. That was a pleasure. 2023 NXL World Cup. I'm Matty Marshall here on Go Sports. Stick with us.